Hey guys, it's me back with another video. Sorry I haven't posted in a while, guys. I was busy with some school, and after the winter breaks were over, I had to go with school. But I'm taking a little break with my video style. So originally I do just funny skits around Roblox, but today I'm gonna be doing a more serious topic on how to build in Roblox. So I'm gonna do a series on how to script and build on Roblox. So I would recommend subscribing to my channel to keep up with the series, have your notifications turned on, and let's get right into it. Okay guys, so we have a block right here. Today I will be going over the properties of a block. So you can just click this thing on top inside home to get a block of your own, but we already have one. So you can scale this block however you want, how big you want, how small you want, using this scale tool. Then you can rotate it like that. Then you can select it and just free drag, move it around, and then you can move it with a more precise tool. Okay, so we go to a model and you see all these properties, but we're gonna go click on this block and go to properties. If you guys want to pull up your properties and Explorer, you go to view and just click on these like that, and make sure they're checked, and then you can just click on toolbox to do that. But we don't use free model, guys. We're not free model freaks here. Okay, anyways, so the brick color is basically like the color of the brick. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can change the brick color with this. I did it to really red. That's the Roblox color name for it. Then you have a color. This is more precise. Basically, if you want, like, say, like right here, TRLG blue, that's not in the, you cannot find that in the brick color. You would have to go to the color to get that shade. So that this is just, the color is just a more precise version of the brick color, I guess. Yeah. So then we have the material. We have so many materials to choose from. We can also texture the block, but we'll go into that later on in the episodes and series. So you can change to corroded metal to give it like a dusty, sewery look. It's disgusting. And then you can change it to concrete to make like a road, maybe like to give it a road color. You can just change it to dark, stone gray, and scale it like that, and then you kind of have a road thing right here. So that's the material. You can just mess around with the property. That's what I do when I'm building, to see which one looks the best. And if I can find any good ones, I put in a texture, and we will go over that later. Then we have the reflectance. So you see how we have the sun. Wait, where would the sun go? Okay, you see how we have the sun right there. The sun reflects off the light on every brick in Roblox. Oops, sorry. In every brick in Roblox. So basically, if I turn off the turn up the reflectance, you usually use this in making mirrors, cause it gives the mirrors a more mirrory look. But basically, let me make this like blue so you guys can look at it better, and change it to just freaking plastic. So see how this reflects off the sky now? That can give a more mirrory look, and basically this is helpful when you're making mirrors, windows, etc. Using glass, basically, it gives it a more glassy look on Roblox. Then you have the transparency. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can make it invisible. If you make the transparency also goes from 0 to 1. So like if you put it on 0.5, it'll be halfway transparent. If you put it on like 0.3, it'll be somewhat transparent, and if you put it on 1, it'll be all the way transparent. But we wanted to put it at 0.2 to give it that good mirror look. I usually go with 0.3 for Windows, so yeah. Anyways, we have now the data. Don't worry about the orientation, but okay. the name. You can change this to whatever you want, like hey, and I am a brick, like that. Whatever whatever name you want. Roblox names it part for you. That's what the class name means, like its original name. So we're just gonna name it part in all caps. Parent workspace. So basically what it means is, if you see this folder workspace right here, it basically says that this part is in workspace. So the workspace is this part's parent. So this is the child of workspace. So if we put this in players, right, actually lighting, store lighting, then if we go to parents, let me see, yeah, I might have, right there, it becomes lighting. So yeah, basically that's what that means. I'll put it back in workspace so we can see. Oops. Okay, so now we have position. Position is basically where you located on a grid. You will need to have done good high school math to understand this. But if you're extra smart, you can understand it without high school math. But what it means is, think of this base plate as a grid. Like, think of this line as the x-axis, a horizontal line, and then this as the vertical line, the y-axis. And it basically says this whole base plate is a grid. So you position these things accordingly to the grid. We'll go into more detail into position later on, so don't worry guys. Don't worry about the velocity or the rot velocity. You don't really need to change them. I change them when I'm making cars, but like we aren't making cars yet. But if we are, then I'll change it. So then anchored basically means that you can't move the brick. If it's anchored and if you go in game, you cannot move this brick. But if it isn't anchored, you will be able to move this brick. But we're gonna anchor it since we don't want people moving around the brick. Because if stuff isn't anchored, it can fall off or it can heavily lag the game. Anyways, okay. So then we have our tubable. Don't worry about that. Then we have can collide. Can collide basically means that people can now walk through this. So if you're making a door, you wanna check off the can collide on that so people can walk through that. But we don't want people really walking through this, so we're just gonna check it back on. Locked. If you check on locked, it basically means that we cannot select this now. Like, look, we cannot select this. You can hear me clicking, but I cannot select this. If you lock it by mistake, then a good way is to click here, the lock tool. Then I'll bring up this lock and see how it says like the lock on it is locked, because the base plate is locked. That's how Roblox puts it. So it's just easier to build with the base plate locked. But you see how this is locked. You can unlock it. Then boom, we can move around. Miracle. Okay guys, so now the size is basically how big you want it to be. You can mess around with the size on your own. Just figure. It's not that hard. You can just figure it out. Like, this is basically, okay, let me break it down for you. Okay, you see how I did the 2 there? The 2 in the middle is the length. The 3 is how wide it is, and then the other 3 is the base. If you don't really understand that, just don't worry. We will also go in more depth with that. This is just to get you started with the thing. So then you have the top surface, front surface. You can just mess around with them, make them studs, glue, whatever you want. I recommend smooth since it gives it that good look. But like, see, if I post this the front surface right there to hinge, see that thing comes up. So just don't worry about that. That is the properties of the block, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please leave a like and subscribe with notifications on, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye. I said bye. Can you please stop recording the goddamn video? Okay, understandably. Bye.